Good afternoon, everybody. It's just me today. Unfortunately, Linda's not feeling too good, so I've just left her at home, and she's all nice and warm, and she's got plenty of water. So I hope she gets better soon. So you've got me for the next however long it takes to do this. I've come to New Brighton on the Wirral Peninsula. Gonna get my steps up. Just come out for a bit of fresh air, and it is bloody fresh. It's a stark contrast to the past couple of weekends. The last couple of weekends have been lovely and warm, and the sun's been shining, but today it's very windy. It's getting wet. It's just started raining, but that won't deter us. We'll get some steps in and we'll have a bit of a chat. So stay with us. Hopefully we'll try and make this a bit fun for you. We haven't got Linda's smiling face, but you do have my dulcet tones, so I do apologise for Linda not being here, but we'll make sure she's here for the next one. She'll get better. What we've got going on, yesterday we both went to the dentist. We had a joint dentist appointment, and it turns out that we both need fillings, so we've managed to get in pretty quick. They've had cancellations, so we're back to the dentist tomorrow, and we're both going to have numb mouths, so the pair of us are having some fillings replaced. New Brighton, bit of history. I'll do a couple of these as we go through this little vlog. New Brighton gained prominence in the late 18th, early 19th century for its smuggling and wrecking activities. And when I say wrecking activities, there would be groups of guys that would purposely cause shipwrecks. So they create false signals, making ships run aground in order to loot the cargo. Out in the distance there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a massive wind farm. It's huge. And over that side there is Liverpool, out that way. And we're walking towards Leeso. We're going to see how many steps we can get in today. Yes, I've got my waterproofs in my backpack. It's the first time in ages. It's there's a guy smoking. He's coming up. I can smell smoke a mile off. I used to smoke. I smoked a lot for years. I think it was like 20 a day. I smoked for about 20 years, and I just quit like that. Started going to the gym. Yeah, so. Hi. Yeah, so smoking a cigar. It's a posh one. So I smoked for about 20. I smoked 20 a day for about 22 years, and I quit. I quit not long before my father died, and it's been a good few years now. It's been like 14 years I've not touched one, but I can smell it. I mean, it doesn't bother me. It smells quite nice, but it doesn't really make me want another one either. You know, people say when they go out, I don't know if you can see here. See this seagull? Seagulls are dropping shells on the rocks in order to get inside. Usually it's packed out here, out this way, especially when the sun's shining, people walking the dogs, people on bikes, jogging, people just having a stroll like me, talking to themselves. I bet it looks dead weird to other people doing this, you know. I mean, we're pretty new, and it's like you do get self-conscious about like, what do people think about you holding a camera in front of your face and just talking to nobody. It does look a bit strange, doesn't it? Ah well. Here's a good guy. He's out running. I'm back to the gym tomorrow after these fill-ins, so I'll be in there with a numb mouth. I've got to have one down on the bottom left, and I've got to have one down on the bottom right. I did that the wrong way round. I've got to have one down on the bottom left, and I've got to have one down on the bottom right. So I'll have a numb mouth tomorrow. At work, we've just had a work from anywhere policy for the past 6 weeks for the summer holidays. The heavens have started to open. Yeah, so for the past 6 weeks we've had a work from anywhere policy. We could take the kids away, do your day's work, and you could be anywhere in the country. But starting tomorrow, That's off, and it's back into the office for 2 days a week. Unfortunately, I did forget about our dentist appointment, so I'm not going to be able to make the office tomorrow. So I'll do Tuesday and Wednesday. So we have to do 40% of our week in the office. Oh, it's really starting to rain now. I might have to get the waterproof out. New Brighton had a tower. The tower was actually bigger than Blackpool's tower, and it was scrapped. It was scrapped due to neglect. It started rusting. They didn't have the money for the upkeep, so they dismantled the tower and kept the ballroom. And I think, and I will check on this, but this is just from memory, I think that the Beatles played here just not long before the ballroom was on fire. There was a fire in the ballroom, and again they didn't have the money to keep it up. So Blackpool had a smaller tower than New Brighton, and that was just behind us down that way. I'm going to shut this off for a little bit and get my waterproofs out, because I'm getting soaked. Doesn't look it. It probably doesn't look it, and it probably doesn't sound windy because I got the wind muff on the mic here, but I'm bloody soaking, and it's blowing a hoolie. So let's shut you down for a sec. Get the coat out. So it's been absolutely pouring it down. It's just let up a little bit now. It got a bit cold, but look at this. Isn't some guy swimming out there? Stark contrast to last week. So we've just walked from down that way, and there's a guy here who, it's a beachside sauna and paddleboard hire. Hire your paddleboards and go out and have a little go. We did that in the Dominican there, if you want to have a look at that and have a laugh at me trying to stand up. Wow, it is absolutely banging it down. The sun's shining and it's raining. How bad's that? I'm just going to have to stand there in the shade for a bit, because this camera's, again, I'm going to say it's not waterproof. I've just been talking to some people. He didn't want to be on the camera, but they just can't believe that they've been on the beach in the sun about 20 minutes ago and it's just tore it down. So they're all packing up and running off. I don't remember it being that sunny. It was warm this morning, but it wasn't that nice. We're walking along the sand now. We're on the beach. There's the lifeguards. We were in Llandudno and vlogged the lifeguards a couple of videos ago. If you want to check back on those, they do a great job. Oh, it's stopping now. Brilliant. So we're going to walk around to that area around there, and we've come from right down there. Well, we did come down that path, but I'm talking about right over that way. Well, you can probably make out the wind farm now. So it's stopped raining now, which is good. And we can continue and dry our pants as we're walking along, because my legs are soaking now and my pants are dripping. Another bit of history about New Brighton. Just look out over that way and right down there. We'll take a walk down that way in a bit, but Perch Rock Battery, which is like Fort Perch Rock down that way, I'll show you in a bit. That was finished in 1829 and it had 18 guns. It played a strategic role at the entrance of the Mersey estuary. Popular seaside resort, complete with a pier, a promenade, and they even got a marine lake. Now, when I was a kid, we had New Brighton baths. It was an outdoor saltwater bath that we used to come up to, and used to come up at the weekend, get the bus, But I remember New Brighton baths being absolutely freezing. You used to come up with the kids as we were kids and run around in the bath. It was great. We had great fun, but I just remember it being really, really cold. It's no longer there. Yeah, they took that down. I think it was the late 80s or the early 90s. They demolished that to make way for the new shopping view cinema complex and restaurants, and there's a Wetherspoons out that way. Again, we'll take a little walk down in a bit. We'll just make our way up to this rock, and then we'll turn back round and go down to the arcades. We used to come to the arcades as well. So when I was a kid, I had 2 paper rounds, and I had a job on the market. Eaton's, the paper shop. He used to leave the shop open, and the papers would be out. So we'd sort our papers out, stick them in the bag, and off you go with your papers. Deliver those very early, and then I'd rush off to the market where I worked for a guy called Derek on Top Gear Fashions, and he sold all the Ben Sherman shirts and Levi's and Wranglers and stuff like that. And it was like, you're all dead smart in your granddad Ben Sherman shirt. And this was like 84, 85, 86. So then all the money that I'd got, it was like £12 a week for my paper round, £12 a week for my job on the market, setting up the stall, go to school, after school dismantle the stall. And that was 3 days a week. Then I'd come up in the bus to New Brighton or get the train and just blow it in the arcade. Just go on playing Tron and golf and Pac-Man. I was never really any good. I did get really good at a game called Bomb Jack. We've made our way to this breakwater. I think it's a little breakwater. So we'll turn round and we'll head back down that way. And I'll continue waffling on about nothing. Yeah, look, the sun's come out now. It's still grey down there, but behind me, this will hopefully dry my back. So tomorrow, back in the gym, I'm going to be starting a new workout split. I did do push-pull legs, but those that know, but from tomorrow it's going to be 4 days upper-lower sessions. I'm cutting my workouts back from 5 days to 4. It's just getting too busy with doing this, with work and the gym. It's not leaving me a lot of time. But at least I'll get everybody part in twice a week. Longer workouts on the day, a little bit longer, but for only 4 days. And it'll give us an extra day, or an extra evening, I should say, an extra day. To do things, date nights. You're listening, Linda? You're going to take me out on a date night? Or doing these vlogs, or editing, or figuring out what we're going to do next, or like I said on previous vlogs, if you've got any ideas on where we should go, we're going to also, I know it's getting a bit late in the year now, it is the 1st of September tomorrow, and winter's going to be on its way. But maybe on a few nice weekends, we're going to go out into the East Coast, try and get out to Scarborough and that. And I'm going to try and get a wild camping in again. It's going to be a bit colder, I know, but we did really enjoy that day. So if you've got any ideas of where we can go, please put them in the comments. We've had new subscribers. We're not in the thousands, we're not in the millions. There's a couple of hundred, and it's great. It's like, even if one person watches, likes, and comments, we really appreciate it. Honestly, we really do. Like I've said before, we do this just to, show you where we're going. We did start doing it just for my mum and Linda's mum. Just to show them what we were up to. We were doing it on the phone, and then it was like, get a proper camera, put it on YouTube, and it's just grown from there. And every single one of you, we really appreciate you. We really appreciate your support. So thank you. It's amazing when it started raining before even the seagulls went in. It just went dead quiet. Oh God, here they come. Bloody, as soon as I said that, they're back out again. So, New Brighton was designed by a wealthy merchant from Liverpool in the 1830s called James Atherton. He wanted to emulate the elegance of Brighton on the south coast, and his idea was to attract the rich and wealthy to the Wirral Peninsula and to the north. Yeah, I've just looked this up. In 1833, they opened a steam paddle ferry service between New Brighton and Liverpool, making it more accessible for the new development. There's something I've just found out. So not long before I left to come to New Brighton, I was just having a nice piece of toast and a cup of coffee, and Linda was in the conservatory, and all I could hear was this little voice go, "Craig, the gazebo's blowing." We got a gazebo in the garden there for the summer months. And I was like, "What?" She said, "It's lifted." And I was like, "Oh right, okay, I'll have a look in a second." The next thing I heard is this panicked voice going, "Craig, there's a gazebo's on its side." It's like, it got quite windy. It was it was actually on its side. It's never done that before, so we've had to take the whole thing down in a rush. So it looks like that's away now for the rest of the year, until next year. We've been talking about moving as well. We've been talking about moving house, and like you said on the last vlog in Scotland, we said we do love Wales and we do love Scotland. So Linda's been looking at places in Wales. So watch this space. We may end up living in Wales before long. Just out that way is a wreck of a vessel called the SS Denham. And it was a 103-ton survey vessel which was returning to Liverpool after conducting a survey in the bay in 1946. So just out there, it struck a German mine. It sunk the boat, which killed 8 people. Now, there was one survivor. There was leading seaman Whitby, I think his name was, and he was blown unconscious from the wreck, and he found himself bloodied and holding onto a life jacket or a life vest. And it's still visible out there to this day. You can walk out and see it, and the locals do call it the ghost ship. So there you go, a little bit of unknown history, and a lot of people don't actually know what they're walking past around here. So it is nice now. The clouds have broke. The sun's going to be out in a minute if you just look over that way. The clouds have broke. It stopped raining. The sun's going to come out. We're going to make our way down to the Pavilion and Fort Perch Rock area, and we're going to see down there. So see you in a bit. So here we are at New Brighton Marina, and what a contrast to before, and it absolutely poured down. The sun's come out, like I said. The building there is where the arcade was, and there's still an arcade there now. It's where we used to spend our pennies, and the fun fair is just over that way there. I used to bring my daughter up here a lot, and she used to love it up here. We used to come up and visit. Just over this way is the pavilion. We'll take a walk over there in a minute. There we go, Fort Perch Rock. 18 guns protecting the Mersey estuary. Let's go and have a look inside, see what's going on. No, nothing. You can't get up. You can't get across. You can't have a look at the top. Nothing going on. That's a bit of a wasted opportunity, isn't it? It's like you could have it all open at the top there and have people coming and having a look. It's just over the way there. You see the Radio City Tower. Used to be the Tower restaurants in the 80s, I remember it. We used to go up there and have a look around and just go up and down in the lift when we were kids. It's turned out very clear now, hasn't it? There's the docks. And there's a gun up on the top there, look. Facing the wrong way. So yeah, over in the Pavilion Theatre over there, my daughter used to be in a group, dance and acting. I think it's called the Starlight Theatre, and she actually performed in the pavilion. I think it's about 3 or 4 times, and she was really good. She was brilliant. She just stood out. She was projecting her voice. She was acting really well. Yeah, she did really well. It was amazing. It's a dead proud dad moment, you know, watching her. Now, I don't know if you've seen our Tenerife vlog, but I did mention on that she decided that she no longer wanted to see me when she was 16, so I've not seen her for a few years and I miss her dearly. I've tried writing to her, I've tried contacting her through my mother, send her cards on her birthday, Christmas cards. I want to respect her wishes, but I'm also desperate to see her, and I don't know what to do. We were inseparable, and I don't know what happened when me and her mother split up, whether it was parental alienation or she was just angry with me. I don't know, but it would be lovely to see her again, and I'd catch up. She was great. We used to have a great laugh together. See, this water has a nice green hue to it in the marina. Looks like somewhere the Toxic Avenger takes a swim. Used to bring my daughter up to the fair as well on a nice sunny day. I used to bring her up, and used to be a ride called the Caterpillar around there. She used to love that. Riding up and down on the little roller coaster made for kids. It's brilliant. Just watching her fly around. She was fearless, absolutely fearless. Talking to the Toxic Avenger and our mate here. So there's a couple of prop planes there, look. We're just by the newer developments now with a Nando's, Prezzo, Burger King. There's a Hungry Horse, cinema. You know, they've spent quite a bit of money here developing the area. There's a couple of ships right out that way. So we'll take a walk through. Cappadocia, what is it? Cappadocia? I think this is a Turkish restaurant. It's a place called Maggie Fu. Hungry Horse, good old seahorse there, look. Good old Hungry Horse, I should say. Ramen and beer, Maggie Fu. The Merino Lounge Bar. Big cinema on the right. So just making my way back to the car now. Walking along the sand because it's dead windy up on the top there. That looks like an outlet for something. You know, things just catch your eye as you're walking through. Strange thing. So, not like our usual vlogs, I know. No Linda, I know. She's the eye candy of the group. Apologies. I hope you've enjoyed this. There's a drone flying up overhead. Somebody's got the drone out. I hope you've enjoyed this little vlog. Just wandering around New Brighton. Basically come out to get my steps up, ended up getting soaking wet. Now the sun's come out. Thank you for getting this far. Thank you, new subscribers. We do appreciate you. We appreciate your support, and we do respond to every comment. You know, we do try and get a vlog out each and every week, and you know, we do get up to something quite a lot. So you know, it's nice to have you along with us for the ride. I'm going to head back home now, check in on the patient, make sure she's okay. So I'll sign off. And hopefully we'll see you next week. Take care of yourselves, and we love you all. Bye bye.